Was really an opportunity of a lifetime. So it's the impact she's had on my life has been tremendous. And so when she made the announcement, for me and for everyone who she's impacted so profoundly, I think it's our responsibility to support her in every way that we can and be there for her. And so if it's whatever she needs from me is what I'll be ready to give, and she is really facing this courageously, and she knows she has my love and my support.
So I hear that no one knew you were going to do the Michael Jackson routine. How did you get away with keeping it secret for that long, and how did you have a choreographer?
Well, first, when you open yourself up for tremendous embarrassment, you do not want anyone else really to know, because you don't want it discussed a whole lot. And so you sort of compartmentalize that part of your life, and you just don't face it. You just block it out until it's time to go embarrass yourself. So it was. I did not want my wife looking at me. I mean, she does that enough already. Like you're sort of crazy. She does that all day. I didn't need to add anything to that. And then we just thought it'd be maybe a lot of fun to surprise folks. So it was. I was surprised we were able to keep it under wraps.
It's on YouTube.
I am aware.
Matthew, do you second guess yourself in your career when you were young and taking this path when you could have gone into the entertainment industry? Is that something that haunts you to this day?
Well, I tell you what you need. When you can't coach all that well, you must have a backup plan. And so that's really, just trying to make sure all options are kept open. But, I try not to look back on regret or anything.
That Holiday Inn Lounge is always out there.
That's right.
Now, when you were there in Tennessee, you took that trip to Europe. Did you have much experience with that? Something before that? Did you work at camp before?
Yes. It was really amazing how that relationship grew with that coaching staff, with Pat, Mickey, and Holly. I would be in Knoxville for up to 3 weeks out of the summer, and so they were really generous with their time, and we built a friendship. So I had spent quite a bit of time. We would play golf when camp wasn't going on, and I would be at Coach Summit's house. And so yes, I had by that time had developed a relationship with her, and she had become a mentor and a friend to me, and somebody I really looked up to.
When you, aside from the coaching aspect of it, she's fun to be around on those kind of trips, isn't she?
Yeah.
And you enjoyed being
well, yeah, the thing that people probably don't realize, because you only see her maybe through the lens of a camera on the sideline when she's in the heat of competition, is she is such a generous person. And she could have put me over in a corner and said, look, don't open your mouth for a year, and I would have been happy doing that. But she didn't do that. She really gave me responsibility, always made me feel included, and that's what she's done for everybody that's ever worked for her. And so she's a very generous person, very big heart, and you think about what she's done for the game of women's basketball. I mean, she just carried the banner by herself single-handedly for so long, and we just all owe her a lot.
Could you imagine Tennessee basketball without her?
I just think that's a tough prospect to imagine. It's not something that I have even given much thought to.
Matthew, on the women's side of things, you've had the one division format. The men are obviously going to that. So you have a unique perspective of having already dealt with that. Will it change things much, do you think? How will it change things for?
Well, I think it's interesting. The conversation's always been on the women's side, who has the different schedule. And as I entered the league, I was deferring to Coach Summit and to Coach Landers and Van Chancellor was in the league, people who had a lot of experience in what was going on. And so it's the first year that we played Tennessee twice and LSU twice, and they were both Final Four teams, and we lost 6 games in the conference, and 4 of those were to those 2 teams. And it was, there's sort of an excitement to the unbalanced schedule and to see how everybody's going to work through that. And so I think it might, depending on who has a stronger team and who catches who when, it may make it a little bit more exciting just from the standpoint of there's a little bit more unknown there. And if one side were weaker than the other, then it's going to clearly balance things out, I think.
How much has expansion taken? It's all been talked about with football and men's basketball. How much has it changed things on your side? Now, obviously, A&M is a strong program.
This is what I would tell you on expansion. I've been around a lot of great coaches, and I have been around a lot of great administrators, and there's no one I've ever seen better at their job than Mike Slive as being the commissioner of this conference. And you can look and see every decision he's made for women's basketball has been unbelievable, and we've really benefited Kentucky. There's no team in this league that's benefited more, in my mind, from exposure on ESPN and television exposure that he's created for women's basketball. So I have complete confidence that he's going to handle the expansion issue flawlessly. I think he'll do a great job. And then what we do know now is Texas A&M's coming in, and that's a great women's basketball program, and will do nothing but add value to our conference, and I'm excited about it.
That kind of expand on that, adding the team that won the national championship last year. What does that mean for you guys?
I just think it enhances the conference, and I'm telling you, as a guy that grew up in the heart of SEC country, this conference means a lot to me, and to have the opportunity to coach in it is an honor for me, and anything we can do to add value to it, and anything that can give Kentucky an opportunity to get better, and Texas A&M will give us an opportunity to test ourselves and to get better, and so I think it's a very positive thing.
Matthew, obviously your program is successful enough now that it can stand on its own merits, but do you all kind of use Cal's influence in the way that he's marketed just the brand Kentucky, period, not just men's basketball, in recruiting in ways that generate more exposure for you all as well?
John has created a lot of excitement at Kentucky, and he has really almost overnight transformed the attitude surrounding the men's basketball program, and that created a bunch of positive energy. And I just think you're really not paying attention, or you're missing an opportunity if you don't try to tap into anybody that is bringing positive energy. And I'll tell you, he has been so generous with his time, and he's gone out of his way to try to recognize our program anytime things have gone well, and so I'm really appreciative to him. He bounces into our office almost every day and has an encouraging word, and so I think it's really important for us to feed off of that energy. Also, there's not many brand names in college basketball better than the name Kentucky, and so we're playing basketball and we have that great brand name. We need to tap into that too. So we just feel like the men's basketball program is a tremendous opportunity for us to gain in the area of positive energy. We think that it's there.